The aquarium was one of my favorite places. Its serene atmosphere and the gentle hum of the tanks always had a calming effect on me. On this particular day, I found myself wandering through the gift shop, lost in thought. The dimly lit shelves were lined with colorful fish models, their glass eyes seeming to follow me as I moved past. The eerie silence of the empty shop was a stark contrast to its usual bustling energy. As I left the gift shop and entered the main aquarium, the soft, rhythmic sounds of the bubbles and the occasional splash of water lulled me into a sense of tranquility. I meandered through the dimly lit corridors, the tanks casting a ghostly blue glow. Before I knew it, I had settled onto a bench near one of the fish tanks and drifted off to sleep. I woke to an eerie silence, the kind that makes your skin prickle with unease. The aquarium was shrouded in darkness, the only illumination coming from the ghostly glow of the underwater lights. I checked my watch and realized I had been asleep for hours. Panic set in as I realized I was locked inside. But the feeling was quickly overshadowed by a deeper sense of dread. As I stood up, I noticed something strange. Unearthly shadows seemed to be moving in between the fish tanks, their fluid shapes dancing and swirling in a way that defied explanation. I blinked, hoping it was just a trick of the light, but the shadows persisted, their movements deliberate and unsettling. I decided to explore, hoping to find a way out. As I ventured deeper into the aquarium, I spotted ghostly figures feeding the fish. They moved with an eerie grace, their translucent forms barely visible in the dim light. My heart raced as I watched them, their presence sending chills down my spine. The eerie silence was suddenly broken by the sound of bubbles, a soft, rhythmic gurgling that seemed to come from nowhere. It grew louder and more insistent, echoing through the empty halls. I turned a corner and found myself face to face with a ginormous fish tank. The air was icy, my breath visible in the frigid air. I could feel an overwhelming sense of dread, as if something malevolent was watching me from the depths of the tank. As I stood there, staring into the murky water, I felt a chilling sensation brush past me. It was as if an invisible hand had reached out and touched me, sending a jolt of fear through my entire body. I spun around, but there was no one there. The pool behind me was quiet, the water still and undisturbed. My heart pounded in my chest, my mind racing with thoughts of what could be lurking in the darkness. I continued to explore the aquarium, my senses on high alert. The spectral fish tanks seemed to glow with an otherworldly light, casting eerie reflections on the floor. I passed by an antique diver's helmet, its empty eyes staring back at me with a cold, lifeless gaze. Eerie underwater lighting created an atmosphere of foreboding, each step I took feeling heavier than the last. The deeper I ventured, the more oppressive the air became. Faint whispers, unintelligible and haunting, seemed to emanate from the very walls. The shadows grew darker, closing in around me. I knew I had to find a way out, but my feet felt as if they were encased in concrete blocks, my body anchored to the spot by an overwhelming sense of terror. With a surge of adrenaline, I forced myself to move, each step feeling like I was dragging myself through thick, murky water. The eerie silence was shattered by the sound of my labored movements echoing through the halls. I could feel the chilling sensation of someone or something following me, its presence growing stronger with each passing moment. I finally reached the entrance, gasping for breath as I stumbled into the night, feeling as if I had just escaped from the clutches of the deep. The aquarium loomed behind me, its once inviting silhouette now a stark reminder of the horrors that lurked within its fathoms of fright. The place I once cherished had transformed into a source of terror. Ghostly whispers and unearthly shadows had replaced the calming ambience I once loved, destined to haunt my dreams for nights to come. As I fled into the darkness, my heart ached for the sanctuary I had lost. The aquarium, once my favorite retreat, had revealed its darker depths, leaving me with a chilling realization that some places, no matter how beloved, conceal secrets best left undisturbed.